a six-sentence prayer, which I said, it starts with every child is important, all children are equal, every child is different, every child can learn, no child is born a criminal, and transformation is possible in every child. Let us look at the 6 lines carefully. Let us spread this across all schools, all colleges, all families. I repeat, every child is important. All children are equal. Every child is different. Every child can learn. No child is born a criminal. And transformation is possible in every child. When I look at this sentence, it's a calming prayer. If families share this and chant this along with their Ram Raksha or Ganpati Stotra in the morning, it can be translated in Marathi, Hindi, and all the Indian languages. Parents will really, really calm down. As I say this, I would like to also say that there are 3 words which are extremely important for all of us. And those 3 words are togetherness, tenderness, and transformation, which means if parents are respectful to all of the children, they can love the children much better. If parents actually respect other children and also think about their future and their own benefits, they will be able to take care of their children much better. Togetherness is extremely important as a philosophy for the medical field, for children and for everybody. Along with that is the second T, tenderness. As Harvard said, that it's kindness and love which can bring down immunity, which can improve immunity and protect you from all other illness. There's nothing else which you have to do. So if children are taught to share their gyan with their other children, if somebody is good in maths, he can teach somebody else maths. If somebody is good in English, he can teach somebody English. And teaching children to share their tiffin box. They may not get anything from the box, but teaching children to get their tiffin box, share the tiffin box and the learning, they'll become better children. They'll not become weak children. They'll become very, very strong, effective, and they will be able to take care of the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So togetherness, tenderness, and the third is transformation. Family life is a transformative experience. It's not a growth experience. It's not about cells multiplying and height वाढणं आणि फोन देणं आणि एकत्र आपण स्वित्झर्लंडला जाणं हे सगळं ठीक आहे. But this is an era of transformation. So remember 3 key words in life: togetherness, tenderness, and transformation. As we say all this, there are other 3 words which are very important. And that is resilience, लवचिकता, असं म्हणतात मराठीत. लवचिकता, हो की नाही? Resilience. I'll tell you in short how to build it. Very simple. The second is relationship. Children who are able to work in teams can succeed in life. Everywhere you have teams, HR teams, marketing teams, sales teams, business development team. Gone are the days when the Lone Rangers were the Swayambhu succeeded. We have Swayambhus also in India. People who lead them, people who lead us is also Swayambhu. But Swayambhus don't last anymore. So माणूस चांगला आहे, पण कोणाचं ऐकत नाही, असा माणूस नको. Even if you're average, but if you can work with the team, that is the most important thing. So after resilience is relationship. And I would advise each parent here, each doctor here to watch the film Miracle. Well, SSC board, people like me pronounce it as miracle. But ICSE board and IGCSE board, or people who have gone abroad and come back, they'll say miracle, miracle. Well, miracle is a true story of the ice hockey team of the United States of America. There was a time when the USSR won more than 4 to 6 continuous ice hockey Olympics. 4 to 6. Can you believe this? And then the Americans really get up and they appoint a coach. And this is the time we need to win the ice hockey Olympics. And they don't take all the great players of America. They assemble the players and they ask, where are you from? Some says California, Texas, and he removes all of them. and it brings young players, new players together and builds a team. And you should actually see this movie to learn how to inspire adolescents. Actually, you should see this movie to learn how to inspire adolescents. So relationships, team. मैं जहाँ खड़ा होता हूँ वहां से लाइन शुरू होती है, नहीं बाबा ये तो अभी होना बंद हो गया. Working in team, which means sometimes you will be in the stage, but sometimes you will be a spectator. Sometimes you'll not be on the stage or the spectator. You might be in the back room. People might not recognize you. You might just be a nobody, but you're part of the team. Sometimes you would be there on the stage to get a prize on behalf of all of them. It is America leads the world in science because they can make a team work. They don't believe in jugalbandi. Tu bola, mai bola, tu bola, mai bola. They believe in the orchestra and they get people to work together. And that is the second most important thing. The third most important thing is resilience, relationship and repair. म्हणजे तुमचं मुलं पडणारच 100%. ब्रेकअप होणार, पैसे डुबणार, जॉब जाणार, जॉब मधून काढून टाकणार, बायको सोडून जाणार किंवा हस्बंड सोडून जाणार. अगदी एक होणारच. त्यासाठी रिपेअर अँड रिफॉर्म. पडलं तरी कसं उठायचं आणि पडलं तर कसं रिपेअर करायचं, हा ज्ञान ह्या वयात मिळाली पाहिजे. आणि त्यासाठी सगळ्यात महत्वाचं म्हणजे अहो, रेझिलियन्स इज नॉट बिल्ड बाय 4 pieces of almonds in the stomach of the child. आम्ही आल्मंड देऊ, मॅथ्स चांगलं शिकणार, किंवा अक्रोड देऊ. अरे जब तक यहाँ जुनून में जब तक आग नहीं है, जब तक कोलाहल नहीं है, तब तक स्ट्रगल नहीं होता. अभी मैं हिंदुस्तानी का बताता हूँ, एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ. हिंदुस्तानी बहुत हुशार लोग हैं. दादाजी बोलेंगे तुला माहिती आहे का आम्ही किती कष्टात मोठं झालो. तळेगाव मध्ये राहत होतो, लहानसा घर, पैसे नव्हती, आणि काय सांगायचं रे. हे ऐकून रेझिलियन्स बिल्ड होत नाही. हे ऐकून रेझिलियन्स बिल्ड होत नाही. ज्यापर्यंत स्ट्रगल मध्ये मुलांचा आणि मुलींचा पार्टिसिपेशन नाही, त्यापर्यंत रेझिलियन्स बिल्ड होत नाही. म्हणजे काय, म्हणजे प्रॅक्टिस बुडली, पेशंट मेला, तर घरी येऊन सगळ्या बरोबर आरामात शेअर करायचं. तेव्हा मी असं पडते म्हणायचं, रा चेस्ट मी काय केलं असं नाही. अहो माझी फाटली, त्यांनी असं बोलले, ते रिलेटिव्ह असे बोलले, नंतर असं झालं, आणि काय झालं नंतर काय, मला शांत, आता मला दुःख वाटते, आता मला चिंता होते, तू मला सांग मी काय केलं पाहिजे. अँड वेन चिल्ड्रन come with answers because they are part of the struggle, they become resilient. Build resilience in adolescence. Even if they don't know all the math equations, it's okay, they'll survive. But if you build real resilience, the cumulative growth will be much more. And when you say this, which means listening to struggle does not build resilience. Exposure to struggle and participation builds resilience. नाही असं नाही केलं पाहिजे. आम्ही घरी कोणाला काही सांगत नाही, काय झालं यांचं समजू, जॉब गेली आणि त्यांना इन्क्रीमेंट पण नाही मिळालं ह्यावेळी, आणि इन्सेंटिव्ह पण नाही, आणि प्रमोशन पण नाही. आम्ही मुलांना सांगितलं तू तुझं काम कर, आम्ही तुझं सगळं बघून घेऊ, असं सांगून चालणार नाही. यावेळी बेटा इन्सेंटिव्ह 8% आहे, 16% नाही. प्रमोशन मला मिळाली नाही, आणि माझा सॅलरी पण वाढलेला नाही. आपण त्या सॅलरी कसं काय करायचं आपण एकत्र बसून ठरवू. अँड रिमेंबर, वेन यू शेअर दिस, इट हॅज टू बी एम्पॉवर्ड शेअरिंग, नॉट अँशियस शेअरिंग. काय करायचं असं नाही. हेल्पलेस शेअरिंग नाही. हो काय आता काय होणार हो आपलं, हेल्पलेस शेअरिंग. पण एम्पॉवर्ड शेअरिंग, हा असं प्रॉब्लेम आहे, आम्ही एकत्र बसून त्याला कसं सॉल्व्ह करायचं हे आपण ठरवू. अँड दॅट ब्रिंग्स रेझिलियन्स. माय डिअर फ्रेंड्स, रेझिलियन्स डज नॉट हॅपन इन ड्राय एअर. It does not happen when the mother says, रडू नको, आम्ही आहोत ना. अहो रडना ग, आता रडली तर आणखीन रेझिलियन्स वाढणार. मुलींचा आणि मुलांचा अश्रूला स्टॉप करायचं नाही. आपण पण एकत्र रडू. when they cry, when experience small pain, they will learn to experience big pain. So building resilience means allowing the children to be part of the struggle, part of the pain. Pain is important in life. Bhagwan Buddha said, dukkha is important. Life is all about dukkha. And as somebody said, privacy काय प्रायव्हसीवर जास्त भार द्यायची आवश्यकता नाही हो. आम्ही हिंदुस्थानी, इतर घरात काय होतं आम्हाला इंटरेस्ट असतो. माझ्या मुलांनी मला एकदा सांगितलं, मला जेवण माझ्या रूम मध्ये पाहिजे. आम्ही 3-4 दिवस ऐकलो, नंतर त्याला आमची फ्लॅटची अग्रीमेंट त्याला दाखवलं. माझ्या नावातला फ्लॅट काय, रूम तुझा नाही, इज नॉट युअर स्पेस, युअर टू कम आउटसाइड इन इट. इट इज एक्स्ट्रीमली इम्पॉर्टंट टू अंडरस्टँड प्रायव्हसी इन द इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट. अमेरिकन्सचं प्रायव्हसी इथे चालणार नाही. अमेरिकनमध्ये आत्महत्या जरी कोणी करत असेल तर ते म्हणणार त्याचं राईट आहे. हे इथे अजिबात चालणार नाही. आता मी तुम्हाला एक फॅक्ट सांगतो, आणि फॅक्ट तुम्हाला बहुतेक माहित असेल, आणि तो फॅक्ट आहे, अमेरिकेने अमेरिकेवर केस केलाय. होय, अमेरिका has filed case against America. 33 US states, including California and New York, have filed a federal lawsuit against Facebook and Instagram owner Meta for triggering mental health crisis among young users. This happened 8 to 10 days ago. 7 to 8 days ago. 33 US states filing case against Instagram and Facebook because they are triggering a mental health crisis among young users. They blame them for their platforms, which is addictive for profit. They also cited research that linked social media usage among children with depression, anxiety, insomnia, interference with education and daily life, and many other negative outcomes. It's there on the net. Just have a look. Which means what? Which means phone gift करायचं नाही. 12वी मध्ये तुझं नीटचं मार्क्स चांगला असेल, मी तुला I-15 देतो. You know, marriage is an achievement? No, marriage is an event, not an achievement. Similarly, giving a phone is an event for use, for consumer use. It's not an achievement. You should not hold it as if it's a gift. You have to give a phone, never gift a phone. So remember, this is a very interesting, Americans filing case against Americans. You see what? And 33 US states. Number 2, second important document which all pediatricians should read, all gynecologists should read. खलाटकर इलेक्शन जिंकून गेले वाटते ना, भूल झालं असं वाटतं. आहेत का माहिती आहे ना? ठीक आहे, चांगलं. तुम्ही असाल तर मला इन्स्पिरेशन. सेकंड इम्पॉर्टंट डॉक्युमेंट, चित्रा, एव्हरीबडी शुड रीड, is the UNESCO document which was released in the last week of July, Technology in Education. It's a big document. It says 1 out of 4 countries have limited the use of gadget in schools. 1 out of 4 countries, by either advice or by law, and they have found clearly that the benefits, that the nuksan outweighs all the benefits. UNESCO document, not document by BJP or Congress or India. UNESCO document. Remember, America has awakened to the entire pain of what is happening. Please read the document. Why I'm saying this? I'll come to that. Social media and youth mental health. A document by the United States of America Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy. What does he say? Depression, anxiety, suicide, and ADHD increases because of gadget use and social media use. Evidence, ADHD, those who have had no ADHD, if they've increased time of watching of media, they were seen to have ADHD signs. Suicide also, and that is a very, very important report. Please have a look, it's on the net. At the same time, the World Mental Health Report was released off late, very recently. The last report of World Mental Health was in 2001. Now, after 21 years, 2022, they have released a report. They have said, adverse life events in childhood is a sure indicator for mental illness in adulthood, that is in adolescence. And all of you know that 50% of mental illness in adults starts under the age of 14. And this is so important. Which means what? Which means one fact. Gadget and social media is seductive and is designed to addict. It is designed to addict. So where there is an epidemic, campaigns are the key. Webinar करून जास्त फायदा होणार नाही. Campaign, मला आठवतं 20 वर्षाच्या अगोदर टीव्ही एडिक्शन होती. एका शाळेत आम्ही नो टीव्ही कॅम्पेन सुरू केलं फ्रॉम द स्टुडंट्स. When a campaign is led by students, it is successful. And they said Thursday we will not watch any TV. Education, what happened? Marks improved, sleep was better, and the health of the kids were much better. Well, there's another experiment which we all know. In Sangli, मोहिते वडगाव हा एक गाव आहे. तिथे सरपंचनी ठरवलं की ऑल पेरेंट्स गॉट टुगेदर सेड सायरन वाजवणार आणि ह्या मधल्या त्यामध्ये गॅजेट हात लावायचा नाही. सो आय अपील टू IAP. I appeal to Rotary, whatever groups you are from, don't only conduct workshops, conduct campaigns. Swachh Bharat was a campaign. Ujjwala was a campaign. If you want to curtail gadget use, first is campaign, next is counseling, and next you have so many other things which you need to do. So my dear friends, parenting is very irritable nowadays. Why? Because parents are irritable. Why? Because parents don't manage their stress. पेरेंट्स त्याला वेळ नाही काय, जाताना स्तोत्र वाचायचं, ट्रेनमध्ये इंस्टाग्राम नाही बघायचं, जाताना एकत्र गाणी गायची, हसायची, प्रार्थना करायची, टिंगल करायची. मी करत असतो ट्रेनमध्ये. फक्त फोन मध्ये जे जास्त मग्न असतात त्यांचा तणाव वाढत असतो. इट्स सो इम्पॉर्टंट टू अंडरस्टँड, somebody said, Dr. Patil said, irritable parenting, instructional parenting, cognitive parenting, vicharvanta parenting will not work at all. And what is very important is parenting has to be empowered parenting. म्हणजे काही गोष्टी मला नाही समजत, काही गोष्टी तुला नाही समजत, काही गोष्टी आम्हाला समजते, काही गोष्टी तुला समजते. We should not bring American parenting in India. Okay, our parenting is there are few rules which we will impose. सगळं मुलांना एक्सप्लेन करायची आवश्यकता नाही. आम्ही व्हेजिटेरियन आहोत, आम्ही नॉन व्हेजिटेरियन खात नाही, दिस इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल. नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल. चर्चा करायची आवश्यकता नाही. आम्हाला सिगरेट आवडत नाही, काही चर्चा करायची आवश्यकता नाही. म्हणजे तुझं लेंग्स मध्ये असं होणार तर काही नाही. आम्हाला आवडत नाही हा नाही चालणार. व्हेरी फ्यू रूल्स अँड मेनी गाईडलाईन्स इम्पॉर्टंट विथ द टीनेजर. अँड अलॉंग विथ दॅट रिमेंबर, डोंट बिकम authoritative parent. After hear all this, सरांनी सांगितलं rules मध्ये 3-4 rules, काही guidelines, and that is something we need to maintain. Now when you do all this, remember one thing. हल्ली काय असतं ना, one important fact I've understood. We tend to be unconsciously, mindlessly kind towards children. Unconscious and mindless. All those who have gone through tough lives and we have achieved a lot and we have enough money feel, नाही रे असं दिलंच पाहिजे रे, असं नाही, त्याला जाऊ दे रे, मी त्याला देतो. नाही, depravity improves personality. तर that unconscious, mindless giving of parents to children is very dangerous. नाही, आम्हाला 2-3 सूट आमच्याकडे केव्हाच नव्हती, त्याच्याकडे कमीत कमी आपण 2 जॅकेट आणून दे. कशाला? If simple living but not frugal, simple and respectable living. Simple means and respectable means enough. And please hold your purse pockets. Hold your purse pockets. Don't believe that you are making money for your children. Let them believe that the car which you own is your car and not their car. They can actually use it. Very important to understand that depravity improves resilience. Access to abundant cash, available cash, abundant disposable cash is very, very harmful. Don't say, आता आमच्याकडे आहेत ना, मग काय करायचं, त्यालाच पाहिजे. हा गोष्टी करायची आवश्यकता नाही. As they become teenagers, mother gets very upset. आमच्याशी बोलत नाही म्हणे. काय 8वी पर्यंत सगळी बोलत होती ती मैत्रीण हाकला. अरे 8वी नंतर प्रवास सुरू झाला तुमच्या मांडीवरून हस्बंडच्या मांडीवर किंवा तुमच्या मांडीवरून वाईफच्या मांडीवर. आणि 2 डेटा पॉइंट समजणं आवश्यक आहे. तो डेटा पॉइंट असा आहे की लव्ह अफेअर्स आर द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट कॉज ऑफ डेथ ऑफ सुसाइड्स अमंग द यूथ. Every 35 minutes, one young boy or girl commits suicide. Second point is 1 out of 3 people who end their life by suicide is because of family problems. So family mental health is very important. So when you see, we are all following American. आपण ते adolescent करू, नंतर pre-adolescent करू, नंतर प्रौढ शिक्षा करू. They all have to be connected. If you do not do family health along with adolescent mental health, it's of no use. Don't build vertical structures over age, over issue, or over a problem. Unless you build connectivity, there will be no problem, no issue. I'll give you two data points also, which are important for the parents. 6 times increase in death due to heart attacks in 2021 post-COVID. In 6 months, it was 6 times that of the earlier year. Second, latest data point. सिद्धिविनायकच्या बाहेर 10,000 लोकांची ब्लड शुगर चेक केलं. One NGO नी. I forget the name of the NGO. Among the young, 1 out of 4 had high sugar, had diabetes. On the 7th or the 8th day of Ganesh Chaturthi, I forget the date, or on Anant Chaturdashi, 10,000 लोकांचा sugar check केला. At the agency known as the doctor, I forget the name of the doctor and NGO. Can you believe 1 out of 4 young people have diabetes? What are you doing? What are we doing is asking ourselves, which I've said, we have to have a campaign. When there's an epidemic, there has to be a campaign, because that campaign will help sleep. Children sleep better. When they sleep better, when they're less on gadgets, when they understand love, things improve. Now, family, as I slowly go ahead and slowly stop also after some time, remember, parents and teachers should know how to talk about love. All teachers and gynecologists and pediatricians should be able to conduct workshops on love, life, and learning. Love, life, and learning. They're all linked. काय सांगायचं तुम्हाला? 12 वर्षाची मुली आमच्याकडे येतात. मी फॅट आहे. 42 किलो वजन. That is not depression. It is the absolute influence of media, caricatures and pictures, which they have actually imbibed, and the influence of the media is much more powerful as compared to the influence of the biology teacher, the pediatrician, and the gynecologist. So it's important to understand that diet, education about diet has to start very early, which means what? It's not how you prescribe a diet. I find dietitians prescribing a diet, that doesn't work. Transacting a diet is more important than prescribing a diet. Telling the child to eat this doesn't work. When the child is associated with cooking, buying stuff, being interested in mixing things, being interested in making a breakfast once a week, then the association of the kitchen of healthy food is important. So that's very important. Now, speaking about love, it's important to understand that love is not I love you. It's about I want you, but I can't live without you. Which means teaching children that you love your body first, love yourself first. If you don't love yourself first, you will go in the fridge somewhere. You'll land up in the fridge. A lot of girls who face trauma, teenagers, have a low self-esteem about their looks and the color. And it's so important for them to accept their body exactly as it is. Because how you feel defines how you look. How you look does not define how you feel. And when you talk about love and relationship, normalize the phenomenon of breakup. Breakup होणारच आहे. 100% होणार. असं कुठेही लिहिलेलं नाही की ब्रेकअप नाही होणार. ब्रेकअप होणारच. आणि हे मानून तुम्ही जरा की ह्या वयात जे प्रेम आहे ना, ते लास्ट अनलकी असेल तर होणार लास्ट. आम्ही एकत्र हॉस्पिटलमध्ये जन्म घेतलो. माझी आई आणि तुझी आई आजूबाजूला. तिथून आमचं प्रेम सुरू झालं प्री स्कूल पासून. असं प्रेम कंटिन्यू झालं तर मग पंचायत होणार. 2-3 ब्रेकअप झाला तर माइंड मसल स्ट्रॉंग होतो. तर ब्रेकअप, नॉर्मलाइज ब्रेकअप. when they come and say like that boy, remember ब्रेकअप हो सकता है. Normalize breakup so that they consider that healthy. Consider breakup healthy. Separation is healthy. Divorce is healthy when it is required. Divorce में, separation में, there is no shan, there is no shan, no shame. No shame. न तो शान है, न तो शर्म है. ब्रेकअप में भी न तो शान न तो शर्म. एडोलेसेंट काम में ऑल पीडियाट्रिशियन गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट से ब्रेकअप होने वाला है. और बोलो, ऐसा भी बोलो, ब्रेकअप में कितना मजा है यार. इन लव देयर इज ओनली वन इमोशन, लव. ब्रेकअप में एंगर है, फियर है, जेलसी है, शेम है, रिवेंज है, सब कुछ है. इतना मजा. इट्स लाइक अ पॉट बॉयलर हिंदी मूवी. Normalize breakup and encourage children to talk about it very openly. Health will improve. Also tell them never die for a guy. बोर्ड डाल दो तुम्हारा किचन में. किचन में किसी एक्टर का फोटो नहीं, नेवर डाई फॉर अ गाय, guy is boy and a girl, because a lot of children do not understand the importance of life. And very important to understand, to help them understand that if they don't love anybody, it's perfectly all right. Falling in love is not about efficiency. Not falling in love is not about deficiency. It's easy to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but difficult to get friends. And on these topics, you should have workshops. It's easy to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, difficult to have friends. Have a workshop, have a conversation. Remember one thing, my dear pediatricians and gynecologists and others, don't give lectures anymore, have conversations. विचाराचं आदान प्रदान व्हायला पाहिजे. मुलांना विचारा तुम्हाला काय वाटतंय. मी असंच करतो हल्ली, मुलांना विचार तुम्हाला काय वाटतंय, and then they will see. Other day I was in a school 2 days ago, as you know, I'm in a school every week. I asked them to write, complete the sentence. I get very upset when most of the most of the kids said, when I get very low marks. Kai lavlay ho? Is it marks only the part of life? I am very happy when I make my father or mother proud because I get high marks. Well, if your life revolves around marks, you're finished. So it's important to understand that gadget, घरी ब्रेकफास्ट बनवणं, राम स्तोत्र म्हणणं, प्रेयर्स म्हणणं, आई बाबांचा पाय धरणं, it start even at the adolescent, and you start touching the feet of your parents if they're alive, and they'll start touching, and tell them it's an activity, nothing to do with Hindu activity. It's basically bonding. When you bend, you become humble. And when they bend, the father, when it picks you up, they also become bonded. These are very simple activities which you have started. I've also started telling all the adolescents, there is nothing like unconditional love of parents. It is conditional. तुम्हाला पेरेंट्स मोठे करतात, त्यांची काळजी तुम्हाला केलीच पाहिजे. पेरेंट्स म्हणणार अमेरिकेला जा, ऑस्ट्रेलियाला जा, तुझं भवितव्य आम्ही बघून घेणार. काय बघून घेत नाही, आतून ते रडतात. आम्ही कसं त्याला थांबवायचं हो? आतून ते रडतात. एकत्र बसून सिनियर सिटीजन्स क्लब मध्ये बसून ते रडतात. तो फोन करत नाही. पैसे पाठवतो पण पैसे का फोन करत नाही तो. मी सगळ्यांना सांगतो, फ्रॉम द एज ऑफ 6 इन स्कूल्स, there's nothing like unconditional love. माँ तो अनकंडीशनल लव होता है, पर मैं कंडीशन डालता हूँ. यदि तुम्हारे माँ बाप तुम्हारी परवरिश कर रहे हैं, तो तुमको तुम्हारे माँ बाप का परवरिश करना है. और माँ बाप को बोलता हूँ, एक से नहीं चलेगा. एक अमेरिका का इधर कौन, 2 3 इलेक्शन नहीं तुमको करना है, तो 3 इलेक्शन में लड़ना है. एंड विच इलेक्शन, नॉट आईपी इलेक्शन, अदर इलेक्शन. तो कम से कम 2. और उनको बोलना, तुमको किधर भी जाना है ना, माँ बाप का ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा. Lastly, my dear friends, I would like to say that just like you can put a software in a computer, you can put softwares in your children's mind. And the first software is Bhavna, jara halu bol. And the first software is most important. Bhavna.
Dr. Bhavna, please mute.
Bhavna, mute kara. तुमची भावना जरा stop kara. And the first software which is very important is sharing bad news early. Because तनाव है ना, बच्चे आके कुछ बोलते नहीं है, हाथ काटते हैं, पैर. मैंने बोला हाथ मत काटो, शादी में बहुत तुमको वो बांगडी बनना पड़ेगा. साला पैर काटने लगे साले. 28 मध्ये कट करतात. द्वार सांगितलं हनीमून मध्ये हाकलून टाकणार तुमचा हसबंड. आता पाय वगैरे कापू नका. होय काय करता तुम्ही. अहो, sharing bad news early is very important, which means in the family, if the father and mother are able to share bad news openly in front of the children will come and share bad. Age appropriate. Children will always say, अरे काय भारी माझी मार्क्स काय कमी झाली हो, काय बोलायचं ते डॅडी माझं ह्यावेळी काय माझं मार्क्स नाही होणार, यावेळी माझे मित्रच पण चुकले हो, काय माहित नाही, आम्ही भांडलो त्या दिवशी. And when they come and share bad news early, there will be accidents, but there will be no catastrophe. Second software is help them experience small pain. I repeat it all the time. It's an exercise which is given in the book Emotional Intelligence, the first 20 pages. Ice cream आणा, शुक्रवारी ठेवा आणि सांगा सोमवारी खायचंय. तर त्या आवडणार नाही, कारण त्यांचा ॲमिग्डाला बॉडी पुटपुट करतो. ॲमिग्डाला बॉडी शांत करायला सांगा, नाही आता नाही, सोमवारीच खायचं. अँड मेकिंग द चिल्ड्रन वेट फॉर द टर्न इज व्हेरी व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. द गुड सॉफ्टवेअर. नो सांगणं, नो ऐकण्यात मजा आहे हो. नाही ह्यावेळी आयफोन 15 नाही, आयफोन 15 काय पाहिजे, OnePlus घेणं चांगलं आहे. आयफोन 15 तर तो हॉट होऊन जातो. तो पडतो आणि तुटतो. काय आयफोन करायचं? तू तुझ्या पैशाने आयफोन घेऊन ये. नंबर 2, रडलं तर काय हरकत नाही. जास्त रडलं तर टेक एन ओपिनियन, बट रडलं तर अलाव देम टू क्राय. डोंट स्टॉप किड्स फ्रॉम क्राइंग. अलाव देम टू क्राई यार. हम लोग भी बहुत रोए साला, रो दो. 40 पैसे का बॉल खेलने बहुत रोते थे, 5-5 पैसा इकट्ठा करते. रडो यार. Number 4 is share your feelings with the child. Don't share your adjectives. When you share their feelings, they will share their feelings. Their communication will be much better, and they'll be much, much better. Number 5 is those children, I tell all adolescents, those adolescent boys who help the mothers at home in their household work, though they may be having 3 servants. Nowadays, the 3 servants who dust, they don't sweep. माहीतच नव्हतं. डस्ट करणारा झाडू मारत नाही म्हण. मी सांगतो सगळ्या मुलांना मुलींना बीजेपी करावं. जॉईन बीजेपी. भांडी झाडू आणि पोता. भांडी झाडू आणि पोता करावं. Those who do household work become rounded individuals. They become rounded individuals. They become better individuals. And that is very important. Those who believe, तू अभ्यास कर, तू काय करू नको. नाही काय करू. Nothing doing. नथिंग डुईंग. आहे बाबा डॉक्टरकडे जात असेल तर मुलं गेलं पाहिजे, ॲडोलसंट गेलंच पाहिजे. काय आजार त्याला त्यांना कळलं पाहिजे. आणि त्याबरोबर they have to take the responsibility of seeing that the parents take the medicines. I would say all pediatricians, all gynecologists give the responsibility of giving medicines to the adolescent. Their karuna will increase, their love towards parents will increase, and they become responsible. See, there are 2 types of love for adolescents. One is, I love my parents. काय उपयोगाचं? Actionable love म्हणजे they help the parents. Actionable love म्हणजे they help the parents. And if you don't start that right now, it will not work. Teach them stories of India. Take them to places where Indians fought. पवनखंडाचं युद्ध घेऊन जाताना ते पाहायला बाजीराव देशपांडेंनी काय केलं. निवासा घेऊन जा, where our great saint ज्ञानेश्वर sat and wrote the ज्ञानेश्वरी. रामदास स्वामीचं शिवाजी महाराजच्या आयुष्यावर काय इम्पॅक्ट होता जरा शिकवा. बाबासाहेब पुरंदरे कोण होते? जाणता राजा काय आहे? हिस्ट्री मेक्स a civilization alive. Self-esteem is not about American self-esteem. How do you feel? Self-esteem is being connected to a civilization which is 5,000 years old. It is not about reading books of moral science. It's not about sending your kids to IG and IB schools and learning Hispanic culture. Teach them cultural bottom lines of our own culture from any state. With adolescents, I give them a 15-sentence quiz. कोणाला काही उत्तरच येत नाही. पवनखंडाचं युद्ध माहित नाही. सावरकरांचा गीत माहित नाही. काय उपयोगाचा? Self-esteem is not about helping them understand their feelings. Life skills is useless without history of the land, without culture of the land. Life skills imported from the World Health Organization is sterile, impotent, and culturally dead. Unless you link, it's important. Having said this, as I slowly stop, remember, 50% of psychiatric problems in adults starts before the age of 14. 50%. Adolescent issues start before the age of 14. Adverse life circumstances, if it's not treated early, can cause trauma all their lives. And mind you, my dear parents, if a child starts talking about headache, stomachache, refuses to go to school, clings to the mother, steals money, drinks, takes drugs, breaks things, it may not be adolescent adjustment disorder, it could be depression. Suspect depression because the age of the onset of depression has gone down, age of the first sexual intercourse has gone down, age of the first sexual abuse has gone down, age of the first suicide attempt has gone down, age of the first episode of depression has gone down. So suspect. If you have to differentiate between stress and depression, first screen the child for depression. Then there's no depression, then there's stress. So my dear friends, you are at a time in history when you're all creating a revolution. Mental health is too important to be left to mental health professionals alone. You, me, the gynecologist, and anybody who's interested in adolescence is important. But let's understand that family health and adolescent health has to be worked together. Otherwise, it will not work. It will not work. My dear friends, I look forward and I would like to tell IAP or request IAP or pledge or हात जोडून तुम्हाला हे म्हणतो की कॅम्पेन स्टार्ट करा कॅम्पेन्स एका ठिकाणी वर्कशॉप देर आर डिफरंट फॉर्मॅट्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग एका ठिकाणी इंडिव्हिज्युअल काउन्सिलिंग एका ठिकाणी ग्रुप एका ठिकाणी seminars where seminars only give you one line to the audience in that workshop. It helps transfer of skills and campaigns like what Mohiti Vadgaon started. And this is the era. If there is an epidemic, there has to be a campaign. With this, I stop. I thank Chitra, Hemant, and everybody, and Dr. Is not around, and everybody for really listening to me. I have a very difficult presentation tomorrow morning for which I have to prepare. I have to go to Bhopal to prepare. So I somehow, this Hemant fellow, he chased me from where I don't know. He continuously nagged me. He's a nagger. And Chitra continuously sent SMSs. I want to speak to you. So I'm here. Thank you for inviting me. All the best. God bless you. And I'll be around. And we'll be willing to assist any endeavors which improves mental health of the adolescent. Thank you.